My name is Chris Abrupta. I'm with the Rutgers Cooperative Extension Water Resources Program at Rutgers University. I'm housed in New Brunswick, but I work throughout the entire state. My job is basically to run around towns and help people solve their water problems. One very important aspect of what we're trying to do here in South Jersey is by building these rain gardens and other stormwater practices, getting water back into the ground to feed our aquifer. So the aquifer is the water that's underground that we pump out of for drinking water. People have individual wells, towns have township wells that they pump water out and distribute the water throughout the town. Farmers pump out of these wells to irrigate their crops. So most of the water that we use in South Jersey comes from the Kirkwood-Cohansey aquifer and is being pumped out of ground. So you think about it, what we're doing is we're pumping water out of the ground, we're using it, we're flushing it down our toilets, washing it down our sinks. It goes to a wastewater treatment plant, gets treated, and then it gets dumped in a river or out in the ocean. So that water doesn't get put back into the ground. So we're depleting our aquifer. And as we pull more and more water out of the ground, the salt water from the ocean starts to creep in, and then that water becomes salty. We can't use those wells anymore. So one way to prevent that is to get water back into the ground. So whenever we build these systems, we're taking rainwater from a parking lot or a rooftop and getting it back in the ground, we're helping recharge that aquifer. So we have drinking water, not just today, but 20 years from now, 40 years from now. This becomes a big piece of what we think about as long-term sustainability. With the climate change and weather starts getting warmer and we start getting longer periods of drought, we're certainly going to need access to more and more water. And this is a way to make sure that we're going to have access to it. So it's crucially important. Green infrastructure is used in most cases to go into where there's existing development and what we call retrofit that development with stormwater management. For example, this facility here, they did not have any stormwater management at all, so we went in and we placed stormwater management in this facility because it needed it, and now we're managing water where it wasn't managed before. So that retrofitting of existing development is how we really use green infrastructure and take advantage of it. So it's a lot of times we're being very creative, trying to squeeze these practices in wherever we can, and we're also being very creative on the social side, trying to work with communities to say, this is something we really need and get them to engage and adopt these practices. So these are things that everybody can be doing at home, and the things that aren't expensive, so everybody can do just a little bit, and together it'll make a huge difference.